Harry was restless. He loved his routine, but he craved adventure. Climbing mountains, exploring jungles, pushing his limits, that's what truly excited him. One day his friend Sarah suggested a whitewater rafting trip on the Teesta River. "It'll be wild," she promised. Harry was instantly hooked. This was the adventure he'd been waiting for. The Teesta River, known for its rapids and stunning Himalayan scenery, was the perfect playground for thrill seekers. The thought of battling the elements, navigating treacherous waters and feeling the adrenaline surge through his veins was intoxicating. Harry couldn't wait. He packed his bags, making sure to include his trusty survival kit, just in case. Safety first, adventure always. The day arrived bright and early. The air was crisp and cool, the sky a brilliant blue. Harry and his friends met Sarah and her brother David at the riverbank. They were an adventurous bunch, eager to take on the Teesta's challenges. After a quick safety briefing and a pep talk from their guide, they were off. The first hour was idyllic. The river flowed gently, meandering through lush green valleys. Snow-capped peaks glistened in the distance. The friends laughed and joked, their voices echoing through the valley. They paddled in sync, enjoying the rhythm of the river and the camaraderie of the group. The sun was warm on their faces. For a moment, Harry felt a sense of complete peace. But the Teesta, like any force of nature, had a mind of its own. As the sun climbed higher, the wind picked up. Dark clouds gathered on the horizon, casting an ominous shadow over the valley. The once gentle breeze turned into a fierce wind, whipping the water into a frenzy. The change was sudden, dramatic and unsettling. The guide, sensing the shift in weather, yelled instructions. They needed to find shelter and fast. The river, now a churning mass of white water, was no place to be caught in a storm. The friends paddled furiously, their laughter replaced by tense silence. The storm was upon them, and they were in for the ride of their lives. Section 4. Over the Rapids. The first raindrops were large and cold, like icy needles against their skin. The wind howled through the valley, drowning out all other sounds. The river, now a raging torrent, tossed the raft about like a toy. Ahead, Harry could see a series of rapids, their white crests like teeth bared in a menacing grin. They plunged into the rapids. The raft bucked and heaved, threatening to capsize. Harry held on for dear life, his heart pounding in his chest. The roar of the water was deafening. He could barely hear the guide's instructions over the din. Then, with a sickening crunch, the raft hit a submerged rock. Section 5. Into the Churn. The world turned upside down. Harry was thrown into the icy water, the breath knocked out of him. He surfaced, gasping for air, disoriented and terrified. The current was strong, pulling him downstream. He could see the overturned raft bobbing in the distance, his friends struggling to stay afloat. Panic threatened to overwhelm him, but Harry was a survivor. He took a deep breath, forcing himself to calm down. He had to reach his friends. They needed him. He spotted a rope dangling from the raft and struck out towards it, battling against the current with every ounce of strength he possessed. Section 6. Safe ashore. Swimming through the icy water, Harry felt a surge of adrenaline. He reached the rope and clung to it, hauling himself towards the raft. One by one, he helped his friends grab hold. They clung to the overturned raft, exhausted but alive. The storm raged around them, but they were no longer fighting it. They were working together, supporting each other, drawing strength from their shared experience. The guide, who had managed to right the raft, helped them climb aboard. Soaked to the bone, shivering with cold and fear, they huddled together for warmth. The storm finally began to subside, the rain easing to a drizzle. As quickly as it had arrived, the fury of the Teesta abated. As they drifted towards the shore, a ray of sunshine broke through the clouds. A vibrant rainbow arched across the sky, a symbol of hope and resilience. They had faced the Teesta's wrath and emerged stronger, their bond unbreakable. As they reached the safety of the riverbank, Harry knew this was an adventure they would never forget.